In this After Effects tutorial, I'll show you how to create this elegant text animation. With a frosted glass effect as background, very festive. Hey everyone, my name is Manuel, and let's dive right in. And create the frost background. I've added some background footage, and first of all, we add an adjustment layer to create the frost effect. We name it Frost. Then we add a blur effect. We use the Effects and Presets window to add Gaussian blur. Let's add it to the layer. We set blurriness to around 30. Next, we add curves. Search it in the Effects and Presets window again and slightly increase the brightness of the middle values. We drag the line slightly up and left, somewhere in the middle. Next, let's add some color. We add a gradient ramp. We adjust the start and end of ramp. Move the start to the left, the end to the right edge. We deactivate the effect and choose two colors that refer to the background. Let's try picking them. Let's turn this into a dark yellow. The second one. Let's turn that into orange. We activate the effect again and set Blend with Original to around 65% to make it transparent. Then let's add noise. To add a tiny bit of texture, we don't use color noise and set the amount to around 5%. Finally, we add the transform effect and scale everything up to around 110%. At the moment, the frost effect applies to the whole screen. Creating smooth and organic animations is one of the most important skills to have as a motion designer. Learn to use the tools After Effects provides to adjust the time and the path your shapes take. Learn different techniques and principles to give your objects the illusion of gravity, weight, mass, and flexibility. Simply adding easy ease to your keyframes is not enough. For this mini course, I went through my 20 years of experience to filter out the most valuable tips, tricks, and techniques for you. Knowledge that instantly improves your work. Smooth Animator is your kickstart into smooth and organic animations. The link is in the description. Make sure to check out the link. The frost effect applies to the whole screen. To cut parts out of it, we need to create a matte. We add a new solid and name it Matte Frost. Color doesn't matter. Then we add turbulent noise. Use the Effects and Presets window again to search for it and add it. Let's adjust that noise texture. We set contrast to around 865, brightness to 10. In Transform, we deselect uniform scaling. Set the scale width to around 2800. The scale height to 25. Then let's slightly increase the complexity to around 7. For more detail, we created almost straight horizontal lines. To distort the lines, we add turbulent displays. Displacement, bulge, smoother. We set the amount to around 55. The size to around 530. To animate the lines, we animate the evolution with a time expression. We add an expression to the property and add time *20. The value increases by 20 degrees per second. Then we use this layer as Luma Track Matte for the frost layer. In the Track Matte column, we link the frost layer to the Matte Frost layer. Click on this left checkbox to switch from Alpha to Luma and back. Finally, we use the pen tool to add a mask to cut out the top and bottom part. To soften the edges, we add a mask feather of around 50 pixels. And that's the frosted background. Now let's add some text. We choose the type tool. I use the font Neue Cobble Black, which is available on Adobe Fonts. I recommend using a clean font to make sure it is readable. Size 230 pixels, fill color white. We center the text in the paragraph panel and center align the text layer with the align window. Let's move it slightly up though. First of all, we set the opacity of the layer to 90% to let the background shine through. To slightly distort it, we add turbulent displays to it. We set the amount to 15, the size to 530. We animate the evolution again with a time expression, time asterisk 20, so that it has the same speed as the background. And to make it move the same way, we need to change the displacement to bulge smoother as well, of course. That's better. Then, to connect the text to the background, we duplicate the text layer and use the Frost Matte layer as Luma Matte for this layer as well. In the Track Matte column, we link it to the Matte Frost layer. That's how it looks like. Then we add a glow. Glow radius around 45. Glow intensity 2. Instead of the original colors, we use the A and B colors. Let's change the colors into a bright yellow. Next, we add a directional blur. Set the direction to 90 degrees, the blur length to around 80. Let's make the second text layer visible again. Now the text blends or shines into the background. Awesome! Now we need an in animation, revealing the text and the background. We use masks for that. You select the frost layer and use the rectangle tool to add a mask all around the screen. We open the mask settings and add a horizontal mask feather of around 450, which creates a soft edge. Make sure there is enough padding so that the mask feather is outside of the screen. Then we set a mask path keyframe at 1 second and 12 frames. At the beginning, we move the mask to the left, out of the screen. We select both keyframes, open the graph editor, select the speed graph and slow down the end of the animation. The beginning is too fast, so let's slow that part down. That's better. If you want to learn more about smooth animations, link to the course is in the description. To reveal both text layers at the same time, we add a new solid. Name it Matte Text. Color white this time. We select the mask we just created. Don't forget to add a mask feather keyframe to copy this property as well. We select all 3 keyframes, copy them, go to 4 frames in the timeline and paste them to the matte text layer, which adds the same mask to the new layer. This text layer is already linked to a track matte. To add a second matte, we use the Set Matte effect. We choose the matte text layer. After effects and masks are applied, we hide the layer, copy and paste this effect to the other text layer. Awesome! Finally, to move the text, we link the bottom text layer to the top one. And animate the top one with 2 position keyframes. At 1 second and 16 frames. And at 4 frames, we move it to the left. We slow down the end of the animation as much as possible. Awesome! We used a bunch of standard effects and masks to create a very unique title animation. Don't forget to check out my course, Smooth Animator, to learn how to create very smooth and unique animations. Link is in the description. On the left side, I've added a video you might like. Thanks for watching this one. See you in the next one. Bye everyone!